Hi, everybody.
Hello.
There's no wigs this week, no tricks or stunts.
No wigs, no trickery, no stunts.
You're gonna be serious?
I don't know if I can promise that, but I might attempt to be. Well, I've had an interesting week because I've been feeling tired. I've been feeling on days a little bit cranky. And then I feel like I've been very good at observing my thinking around my crankiness. Or not my thinking around my crankiness, but the thinking that seems to want to come into play as a result of my crankiness.
You haven't been reactive.
I haven't been reactive. Do you think
Nice.
I've been reactive?
No, I said you haven't been reactive.
But what's been really cool about that is that there have been many opportunities for me to get reactive because of my fatigue level and resulting crankiness with you, with the kids, with any number of people that I might come into contact throughout my day. But I've been in this really interesting place where I've been able to really observe my thinking. And I think that's because I've suddenly come to the conclusion that a lot of my thinking is habitual. I mean, this is nothing new under the sun, so it's not like I'm coming out with this like amazing insight, but it's something that's really landed for me of late. And I think it was following on from what Linda Pransky had said about being able to remain in well-being when faced with challenges that could result in negative thinking. So when I started to explore that idea more, then I started to realize, there's a lot of habitual thinking that comes in a package that has been probably in play for many years. So for argument's sake, you might do something that's that I might consider upsetting, but that might be an echo from something that happened as a kid, thinking that that happened when I was a kid that would make me respond in a certain way, or was maybe modeled to me by my parents or whatever, probably my dad more than my mum. But there is nevertheless, it's almost like this default package of habitual thinking that really wants to come into play when faced with certain stimuli, shall we say. Very outside in, I know, but I was really able to observe that this week. So rather than just really give into it, which I think has been a pattern of mine for many years, I was actually just able to separate myself, observe it, and not engage, which I've done to a greater and lesser extent since I've been exposed to this understanding. But this week I really felt like I got a handle on it, because I think that this week in particular, I was really challenged by a lack of sleep and a lot going on. So I could have easily gone into overwhelm, and overwhelm often looks like to me a place where I often lash out and become reactive. So it was just really cool to just have those moments where I'd really like to react to this, or it's not like I would really like to react to this, but there is a push to react.
Yeah, the pressure.
There is a pressure to react, and I think that I have given into that pressure a lot over the years, but this week I've really felt like it's not really had a hold on me. So I feel really encouraged and inspired by that.
It's great. It sounds like you're able to see it. It's not invisible to you, whereas before you might just react without even realizing you're reacting it. Things are just kind of more visible in terms of the choice you have.
Yeah, it's really interesting, because it's almost like there is this package. I keep wanting to call it a package of behavior, a package of habitual behavior that really has been a default for me over many situations that I might encounter that might feel challenging or overwhelming. And there is a very visceral feeling that comes with that. But it's just really this capacity now for me, I feel, where I can just separate myself from that and just observe it, and in the moment observe it. Whereas in the past, that wouldn't even occur to me, I think. And I'm sure there'll be many opportunities in the future where it won't occur to me. But for whatever this reason, this week, I really feel like I have been focusing on that much more.
And you were saying to me earlier that it really helped you with the kids.
it's really helping with me with the kids. And I think it's almost like I developed a new muscle around it, because I think that probably on Monday, I think you were the person that were probably most likely to upset me. And I was seeing how, I don't need to go there. And then what would have ultimately probably turned into some sort of heated argument actually fizzled away into nothing. And then with the kids this morning, I noticed how one of our kids, who will remain nameless, had done some things that were not to my liking, let's say. And then when I allowed myself to reflect on that, I found myself thinking, well, how shall I respond to this? And the default package was to go to consequence, which is not really something that we do per se, but that's something that was modeled to me probably by my parents. And I just got into a really bad frame of mind. I got into a really low mood around it. And it would have been really sad if said daughter, came in at that moment, because I probably would have responded from that place and been really adversarial and negative, and that would have gone downhill very quickly. And then I realised, that's one of those packages.
You got sucked in.
I got sucked in. Just got to leave it alone. And then I thought, then once I realised that, then I thought, the most important thing is building rapport. Do I really want to, I can have a philosophical conversation about what is the appropriate way to behave, both for her and for me. But as soon as I sort of come from that place of negativity, a low mood, that would just damage rapport. And that's the last thing I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it sounds like we're all benefiting.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a good week for me.
Yeah.
It's been a good week, even though I've been tired.
That's a win.
It is. So I have remained in well-being, because that is my natural state.
Yes.
But I've still had these external experiences that I haven't generated any negative thinking around.
Mm-hmm. Do we have to touch wood?
I'm planted on wood.
The floors are wood.
They are wood.
Yes. Well, bravo, and I only hope that I can do the same.
Yes. And are you going to San Francisco?
No.
Because you have a flower in your hair. Unless you're trying to do a Frida Kahlo thing.
It kind of does look a bit Frida Kahlo. I like it.
Yeah.
It's like a Snapchat filter. All right, well, have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.